I took my wig off. I have my hair out. It's a little dry. Um, so I have a story time to tell y'all about how I had. So there's a one level store Target, but it's upstairs. So this is my first time at this Target. So I went to the Target and I had picked up two toys. The line was real long, so I went downstairs to be inquisitive, not sneaky. So I went downstairs. There was like four officers in front of the store. I had walked out to see um, how long it would take for me to get my debit card out the ATM and go back to the store. No, for real though, seriously. Y'all did not just see me wink to confuse nobody. So they said, okay, it's alright. Nobody's arrested you or anything like that. We just gotta make an incident report for you stealing from the store so that you can't, this location, you can't come to this location no more. Or whatever, where we at. Sound like, alright, cool. So the stuff, so it was like three toys: a Barbie doll, a Ken Barbie doll, a Nan's Barbie doll, um, a race car, and this dance beat thing. So you tap it, you dance. It's like a holiday party dance thing, a holiday dance thing. So then I had like a TV dinner, like a Stouffer's, Lee, whatever, Mega Picks. I had one of those. Well, like 2, 3. So everything was like $14, $8. So like I said before, like being that the idea is a wrong thing to do. Some people get arrested for those things, but that's how justice things create. You should not have to get arrested for $8. You get a written report. Don't go back to the store. You understand? Stay at the premises. That's it. Um, that's what it is. That's just generally what it is. Anything outside of, like, if the police break the law and arrest you for $2, $8, you can get a defamation lawyer, and all the organizations that have administrative direct lawyers get you the lawyer for defamation, illegal arrest, false arrest. Although, there are names, specific names for those type of lawyers because these jobs are created. So some of these illegal pursuits, like stealing, was created. Um, Somebody took more than what they were supposed to, and they got their head cut off back in the day, or they went to, or they got beat or something like that. So they came up with a better way, locked them away in a cell or something. You know what I'm saying? For misbehavior, conduct, as far as like talking, like, you know, having a free will, having an independence, having a voice, having free will power. Like, you're not taking advantage, but you want to steal the fucking juice. You understand? And they try to make a big deal, try to arrest you for a juice. That's illegal. Although the pursuit of stealing the juice is the wronger thing to do. That is the reasoning of why they get arrested. Because stealing the juice is like taking money from third parties, although they have more juices. So the police arresting anybody for stealing a juice, you can win that in a court of law for the simple fact that it is illegal to arrest somebody for $2 to $1. It's compromising on your right, your independence. It gives you an attitude, an impulsive attitude at the fact that you have no experience of no civil rights back in the day, things that your ancestors and people went through. You going through it in a different way. It's almost like you're going through it and they already paved the way for us not to. So, for police to be created and take advantage of people's independence by putting their hands on a stranger for stealing a juice is also could be a problem to the person who got arrested. Um, If they don't have the money to having the $2 and getting arrested for $2 is injustice. Why? Because it's $2. Um, is the juice appreciated? Very much so. If anybody wants to extend the conversation, like to talk, like to hear themselves, like such as I, um, Adol Wyatt was not unjust for the police to arrest the person who broke the law that was created and illegally stole a $2 juice. That's for those that's against what I just said. Those who are with what I said, comment or make a conversation of why you would be with this person stealing the $2 being free and just maybe keeping the juice with that girl Jasmine. Whoever, uh, the thing is this: I have the experience where I could have been arrested for $2 one time, and I pushed the issue, and I made a whole protest and justice after the COVID-19 justice, and after say her name and say his name justice, say you know, trans lives matter, pro choice matters. Since all those things was going on, since that was the whole setup for the economy, you understand? Since that was an internet setup, you understand? And me being an influencer has a bigger voice and a bigger platform in the conversations of all topics that was set up to be put in the internet and online as a viral controversy conversations for people to have in all of America, 151 states of America, and then all the enforced public fights with the NYPD to FBI to ISIS to the Men in Blacks fighting the pedestrians in Alabama, Kentucky, Mississippi, Staten Island, and Manhattan on 34th Street during 2019, 2018, during COVID 19. So, me being an influencer and having such a huge platform with only 7,000 followers on this one platform right now, and everything being replicatedly posted off the strength of my message and brand message, and me being, you know, literally universally put into the conversations, not just I started, but people have started about knowing anyone in life, to today, to future reference, to 150 in between. So the setup was this. I think the police was under a special attack for being on the internet, and not just by a group of black people, or a group of white people, or a group of Russians, or a group of Jamaicans, or a group of Canadians, but they were literally um, taking full and wait, advantage was fully taken after a lot of these videos of the police, you know, genuinely, yelling at people's faces, arguing with people, pulling them to the ground, dropping them to the ground, dragging them to the ground, punching them, you know, telling people not to resist arrest. You understand, when you know so much of the law and so much of the reasonings of, you know, what a police can and can't do, which is knowing your rights, because they came up with the rights. They know your rights. So all this police injustice stuff, for me to be a part of it, and having a real life brand, online and offline, because I've had cards that are still very born and still alive. Jasmine Does It. I was doing here, traveling to you in the five boroughs of New York City, 151 states of America. So my whole brand is on foot. I'm on foot, traveling, Uber, Lyft, whatever, car plane, whatever, train, whatever. Like travel on a budget, and not staying relevant or being relevant. But if that is needed for me, because I've been always who I am, to the new people still, and to the old people still, if my influence matters, then that's just when it also matters also. You understand? Like all lives matters. So being that it's just me being who I am and me being a part of a brand, such as mine and ours and all of us, is just nothing else to think about. And then I'm on the internet, um, not as a not as a like I'm on the internet. That's it. You understand? It is what it is. To those who question, who have a prerogative, that's good for them to have. If you got a conversation, that's good for you to have. If you just feel like you just living in life, you like a dummy, then have some conversation, engage in the conversation. So that's that with that girl Jasmine. Jasmine does it. Make your life.